Still shy. So, he's a little shy boy. Good morning, puppy. His name is Kuro. He loves belly rubs, but he doesn't like the camera. But that's okay. Yeah, cameras are kind of scary. You're not camera shy.
Aren't you, buddy? You okay with that? You okay with that? He's so content even when they're firing it off. It's so weird. And so this is how I started to tattoo. I was putting a bunch of these on me as a kid. Almost there. Oh, little dinosaur. Hey everyone, so it's been a while since I last made a video, about a month ago actually, and a lot of stuff has happened yet again. But I wanted to kind of make this video into two parts, so this first section is just going to be about what I've been up to, and the second part is going to be an actual topic that some of you had questions on. So the first one, I've been reading a ton lately, and a ton, I mean like 3 books already. So far I've been kind of deeply into Happiness is an Imaginary Line in the Sand. And it's by an author from like, I forgot it was Nevada or Arizona, but he explains how we give so much meaning to words and how we can say like, okay, we know what the meaning of a tree is, which could have several different meanings and interpretations depending on how you perceive it. And I came across this metaphor the other day about it actually, and it was trees, like if you were to cut one down, a lot of people have like that deforestation thing, which I agree, like we shouldn't be cutting down trees, we should find a different method for books, of course, but then again, it's in the hands of a reader that is very advocate for anti-cutting trees. Kind of an oxymoron, but that's kind of the general direction is kind of where it's going, and a lot of it, there's more like little short things in it that kind of break meaning of words and how we project them. Like love is a big one mentioned in this book, and how we always tend to reach outward instead of inward for setting an example of what we come across as acceptance, because some people would rather be called beautiful on the outside than telling themselves that they're beautiful, if that makes sense. So that's what I've been kind of doing, is like just reading a bit more, kind of taking more time to myself and reevaluating some things that have been like kind of like toxic behaviors and stuff like that too. And by toxic, it doesn't have to be anything major. It can just be like simply watching too much TV, or like, I don't know, doing too much of one thing. So that's what I've been doing lately. And another thing about these 2 books that I got, I've been really into, like, I don't want to say I'm religious, but I am kind of a spiritualist when it comes to certain things and events in my life that kind of just like spooked me, and then spooked me in a good way, not in a bad way, but made me realize like there's a lot more to just, I don't know, like certain things that people believe. You don't have to believe what I believe, basically. It's just seeing what I've been coming across and that kind of thing. So I've been kind of connecting with myself a bit more, and to be honest with you, everyone I think is psychic, but you could also call that your intuition. I think. that's the word for it. I could be wrong. It's basically when you know something is going to happen before it actually happens, or like you have a hunch like this is the best decision to like go get gas later in the day than in the morning. So this is what I've been reading. I don't know if it's going to stay in focus quite yet, but it's basically called, if I can read it, Psychic Spellcraft. It's actually a really good book and something that you should look into. And it kind of describes a lot of things like palm reading, like what stones and crystals you can use to kind of make you think a certain way and use that frequency of thinking to get more of an insight on like a problem, trouble. And they talk about dream works, stuff in your dreams, like what do they mean. And I've already had a pretty good grasp on like several meanings for dreams, but they also have like card numbers in here for tarot and that kind of thing. It's very like old style drawing too, kind of like these kind of things. I don't know if you can see that, but talk about like wearing crystals and like what would help you, say like crystal divination. I don't know, there's a lot. And I just got to the part about scrying and mirror stuff, so that was kind of cool to think about, and how you can use like mental imagery with that too, like encapsulating someone in a ball of like mirrors basically. So if someone really bothers you, you kind of separate their energy from you. So it's like, okay, they stay over here. And it's been really helpful with that, and kind of like getting in touch with energy and how everything's connected, like we're all connected in some way, shape, or form for growth and stuff like that. And if like something bothers us, we can use that to be a good thing instead of a like shielding yourself from like. And the third book, we have Warrior Goddess Training, which I've been pretty heavy into as well. And I just started a little bit last night and mostly this morning, because yesterday I went to go hang out with my mom and we got some books. And I used to be like not an avid reader, but ever since I kind of found some topics like to kind of work on, I think 3 books is going to be my maximum for a while. So that's been that. Besides books, I've also changed my hair, as you can tell. Like, I'll probably have another video where it's just you can see all of it, but I got green now at the tips and yellow. It's kind of like an ombre effect. It goes up into purple. I might actually go purple all the way next and do green, but we'll see. I may or may not do it. I kind of like the colors that I got right now. I feel like a thermal thing. Astrophilia, they are a little bit heavy because they are kind of brass. You can hear it. And I do have brass. Can't even say words today. Brass bracelets that kind of cling like this, and I like the sound of it. I feel like a Highland cow. They are cute, so I'm not fat, but I'm just saying like they're cute, like animals in general, because they have like the bells on them. And then of course I got my nose pierced, and I got new jewelry for it. And I keep doing this a lot and people think I'm picking my nose, but I'm like, no, I'm not picking my nose, I'm just adjusting it. That kind of thing. It just, I probably got makeup everywhere. And I've been kind of getting more into like gold stuff, or gold knockoff looking things, or brassy copper tones, because I feel like I'm more happier with that kind of stuff. I do like silver as well, and I have a really nice turquoise silver ring, but I want to get like a gold ring, but I'm afraid of losing it. I don't know. I'm just gonna stick with silver for a bit. And gold. But mostly brass, gold looking stuff. I don't really want to get like the actual gold thing. I just think it seems kind of, I don't know, not bougie, but like, I guess it's too bougie. I don't like it. It's not that I don't like it, it's just I'm afraid of losing it. And if I buy something expensive, I feel like crap if I lose it. Like, I'm already worried enough about my camera and my phone, and like, I just upgraded. I don't want to like lose more shit. Also, side note, this is kind of random, but kind of just mushing everything together. Those of you that know, I've been doing OnlyFans for about March? No, it's been April until now. And a lot of people have been very, very good about it and like being respectful. I've been watermarking the hell out of my images too. And it's kind of a confidence booster, which I'll go into the second video about, and I may or may not make it out here today. I may make it later this week for the video. But It's only because I have stuff to do today, and I kind of want to get that done. But thank you everyone that has been looking at my stuff and like actually helping me do what I need to do, like where I want to go and that kind of thing. I don't know, it's been helping out a lot, and huge progress compared to like 3 years ago. 3 years ago I was freelancing, and honestly I feel better when I have comfort, like the company underneath my feet for like steady income compared to like freelancing. I feel like freelancing is like, you have to be really consistent with it. You have to be, I don't know, it's too much mental stuff for me. And just my advice and suggestion, like whoever's doing freelancing right now, props to you, because to me it was like mentally and emotionally draining. And I feel like being worried half the time about if you're gonna make rent or like food and stuff like that, it kind of makes you stressed out, and you don't really have a steady, consistent like path, I guess. It makes you work hard, and yeah, it pays off in the end, but I feel like if you have something underneath your feet, you're more consistent to be like, okay, I don't want to be working at this job forever, so at least I have steady income, and I can use this to project myself into a better career path, like the stuff that I like doing when I freelance, like photography. I love cinematic stuff, I love photography. Is it a hella expensive thing to do? Yeah, it's very expensive. I went from like wanting to be a concert photographer to not wanting to be a concert photographer to a digital t-shirt designer to not wanting to be a t-shirt designer. So like everything kind of like has its limbo, and it comes and goes on its own timing. And I feel like whatever is supposed to happen for you will happen at the right time. It's just, you can't be doing the push and expecting more than what you put out, because like it has to be an equal balance. And maybe I could be wrong on this, maybe other people have different analogies and stuff like that, but this is just what has been happening for me, and it's what is working for me. I like the progress of it, just knowing that I'm secure, and I've been very mentally and emotionally like zenned out and focusing on literally like everything I do is for myself. Like I used to travel for other people, and that was like a big thing I had to kick in the butt not to do anymore. Like I was so desperate, not desperate, I was so, what's the word for it, consistent about wanting someone there in my life, that I kind of like, as much as I was working for myself, I was not very focused on myself, which kind of detoured everybody away and only used me for things like my photography for really super cheap, which I'm not about that. So I've been just very consistent with myself lately, and yes, I'm currently back home. It's honestly not that bad. I do have like a front area that has like a bunch of greenery and like a little bit of yard where I can like walk out, maybe do some hooping or like wand stuff. So flow arts, I guess. Plus I get to see my friends more, which is even better, because even though I made friends in Indiana where I was at, it was very like different. Maybe I'm just used to the familiar, but I stepped out of my comfort zone a couple of times over the past couple of years, and it just made me realize, like, you know what, this last thing, just, I don't know, something threw me through a loop where like I didn't want to like have my boundaries crossed anymore. I wanted to feel fully supported without having to rely on other people to help me out, and it's just been really nice to actually be a little calmer, not so chaotic and trying to guess what I'm gonna eat next, or like go to the grocery store, or like guessing. Like I have something that is consistent, and I think I'd rather choose consistency over quantity, if that makes sense. Like quality and consistency tends to make me feel better. Inconsistency is very rugged and very hard to guess, and sure, it may pay off, but it's like it takes a long time to get to that point. But I think with consistency, you are more prone to getting your dreams and goals and stuff done. But yeah, other than that, if you guys want to learn more about some stuff that I've been up to. I'm also going to be painting this. I have a wooden plaque that's going to be painted soon, and I'm hoping that whenever it's finished I can show you guys and then show you the process of like how I sell my art. So that'll be fun. And I'm gonna get going and probably go on a hike today. So hope you guys have an awesome one. If you have any questions, please leave them below, or you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram. But I just wanted to do a little update and something quick and tell you about me getting more into my craft and stuff and that kind of thing. Being creative, sparky, fun, weird. But I may show you my hair before I go. I don't know. We'll see. Like, I don't know if I want to take it out. It's kind of humid out here. Maybe on the second video. So, see you guys, and hope you have an awesome day. Thank you. Bye.